So today we're gonna be talking about our labor and delivery experience.
Her labor and delivery experience. I was just there.
Yeah.
But how's this gonna go? We're just gonna talk about
Okay. Yeah. This morning, no.
You know?
It was in the morning time. I woke up at like 8 a.m. and I noticed that I was leaking. Usually the baby head presses down and it causes your bladder to leak, but it was a little abnormal, so I wasn't sure what to think about it. So
you went throughout your day until what?
Yeah, I went throughout my day, and the whole time I was actually having contractions.
She thought, look, like you said, like you thought you peed on yourself or something.
Yeah,
right?
I was cooking breakfast and I called my dad, and I told him like everything that was going on. He was like, "You need to get to the hospital." I didn't do anything. I think I called you.
No, This is in the morning, right?
Yeah. When I was cooking. No, you went to the store.
Oh, dude, yeah, I went to go.
You were taking trash out of it?
Yeah, I was taking trash out. I went to go get. You said to get something. But yeah, and
powdered sugar.
And then when I got back, you were like, your dad said that you should go to the hospital because your water was leaking. Or you thought your water broke. And then.
Yeah, and when I used the bathroom, it was bloody. So. I knew
like
something was off.
Yeah, when she used the bathroom, as in like number 2, not number. You
ain't gotta spill all the things.
But not you, like you saying, like use the bathroom. Like most motherfuckers don't think it's because you like you was pissing, and that's abnormal when you're pregnant, right? Like you're not supposed to be bleeding.
It is normal once labor starts. I think.
Nah, yeah.
Bloody shows.
Yeah, whenever you're in labor, but I'm talking about like early in pregnancy, like say like 20 weeks.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So I noticed that. I called my dad and he was like, "Yeah, you need to go to the doctor because you can't just ignore it." I continued cooking.
Ignoring it.
Yeah, and I ignored it. So he came back, we ate, and I let him know to get ready because we're going to my dad's house to get her bassinet.
Mm-hmm.
I was still ignoring it. We got in the car. I didn't notice I was like leaking at all in the car.
Were you? I don't think you were.
I was, but it was like it didn't like leak a lot.
Well,
so I didn't really see it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. But
that window been open for a long time. But yeah, we got to my dad's house, we ate, and I noticed my stomach, I thought it was her moving. I noticed my stomach was like going up, it was rising, and then going back down. But the thing was, it started doing it continuously. And I was like, she just stretching. And then I looked down after eating, and I get up. My sister points to the couch, and she was like, no. I went to the bathroom first, and I was like, I think I peed.
Yeah, me and Leah seen
I think I peed on myself,
But me and Leah seen the like little wet spot.
Yeah, it was I left a wet spot on my dad's couch. That's like when my water was leaking.
Mm-hmm.
I told him.
That's when you paid attention to it.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah. I told him like it's the first time it's done that. It's not normal.
Yeah.
And he was like, y'all go ahead to the hospital. We got ready to get out the door, and we went to the hospital. Okay, yeah. So I got into there. I told them my symptoms. I told them how far I was, and we went to the back, and they basically checked me in and stuff, and then I got rolled out to a room. that room had other women in it, and it was just one girl. She was crying. She wasn't even in labor.
Yeah, I could hear her over the phone.
Yeah,
she was over there
she
screaming and
wasn't
shit.
Yeah, she wasn't even in labor. Something was wrong with her. She wasn't supposed to have the baby yet either. She was too early.
Bro, you know.
Cause I heard the whole conversation. The nurses were talking, and they were like, "It's too early to have the baby," and she's not even in labor, but she's in a bunch of pain.
Oh,
yeah, and I hear them talking and stuff. Well, no, we get back there. I have to go pee in a cup. I wasn't able to pee, but for some reason I kept leaking. So I was like, I told her, and she was like, "Yeah, it's fine." I laid in the bed, and they came and they checked to see if I was dilated. They leaned me back, and I had to put my butt on this little just seat and lay down at the same time and be like my body just doing this. So she checked me and she was like, she's 4 centimeters.
Mm-hmm. And you was on the phone with this shit.
Yeah, they told me you're about to have this baby today.
And then
I started crying.
Yeah, when you told me that, my fucking nuts went to my stomach, bro. Bullshit.
Then I called him and I was like, she's coming today.
Yeah, that shit threw me off, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Because they told us she was due July 20th. And then when we went to the hospital,
I figured she was gonna come earlier than that.
Yeah. But it still threw me off though. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck? And then they told me to go to the waiting room and everything. I'm sitting there on the phone with her because she's crying, and I'm trying to calm her down and everything. I was calming her down, but at the same time, I was losing my shit. You feel me? Like I was keeping my composure and everything because she was losing her shit. So, feel me? I had to play it cordial. But man, motherfucker, you told me that. I was like, fuck. I was nervous as fuck, man. I was like, damn, this shit's really about to happen. Like I'm really about to be a parent.
Yeah, I was just crying, and then I had called my mom, and she had came up with my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and they got me into a room. They put me on all this stuff, put these things on my belly to get her to watch her heart rate.
And something else, like when the contractions was like going
one
on.
to measure the contractions,
Yeah.
and then the other one was for a heartbeat, and they put it on my stomach. I got whatever this thing was on my finger. I really don't know why.
It's for your blood pressure.
Yeah, but it was just useless because it kept coming off.
Yeah.
And she kept putting it on, which was aggravating me. The nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in there. I'm having the contractions, but I don't feel anything. And they kept asking me whenever I felt one, and it'll be a big one, and I wouldn't feel it.
Yeah, it's because we thought like your water broke. We thought your water broke, like during the day, but her water wasn't broken.
It was just leaking.
Yeah, so like you were probably having like what is it, false labor contractions?
No, that's
whatever
I
it
was
is.
in labor.
But you don't go into labor until after your water breaks, right? That's when you go into labor.
That's my body about to go into labor.
Well,
Well, if there were if it was contractions, I feel like that's labor. Because I was about to have her anyways.
Right. But
So after a while of us sitting there waiting, and I'm having contractions, not feeling anything, I hear and feel this big pop. And all of a sudden, all this water started gushing out of me, and it just kept on coming.
Yeah.
And they said it won't gonna stop coming out until I had her. So
that's when
it keep coming out.
When the water broke.
Yeah, a few minutes after
shit
that,
changed.
I felt that first one.
I remember.
And then I grabbed his hand.
Yeah, like after the first one, it was no more games with the contractions. The contractions went up like my
Yeah,
contractions.
they were like they couldn't even put me on Pitocin because my contractions were happening too fast.
Like you was having them too often for them to give you like some like certain medicine.
Yeah.
But when you were having like when she was
I
having,
actually thought that was bad that I was having too many contractions when she said that, and they were like that I'm having too many to even be put on Pitocin. So they were like everything's going ahead. She said they were going. My body was like moving ahead of the nurses, so they thought I was gonna be in labor for like longer.
Yeah.
They actually told me I might be in labor for a long time.
Yeah,
this is my first baby.
Yeah, usually
but
when you,
she was ready to come.
yeah, after your first or with your first labor is usually like motherfuckers be in labor for like 24 hours and shit.
It'd be longer than that too.
But we was in there for like really you were in labor for like what, like 3 hours maybe.
Yeah. And I felt the first one. I grabbed his hand. He helped me breathe through it.
Yeah.
He helped me breathe through them until I got to 6 centimeters.
Yeah, like she wasn't trying to hear nobody else in that motherfucker except for like when I was talking to her, but it did not last long. It didn't last long. It lasted about like 30 minutes maybe, but whenever she reached 6 centimeters, that's when, feel me, like well no, they put you on a medicine. They put you on something where like
they gave me a pain medication.
Yeah,
because I was still trying to refuse the epidural.
Yeah, because she didn't want to go, like she was saying the whole pregnancy that she wasn't gonna get the epidural because.
So like through the pain, I told her I did not want an epidural.
Yeah.
And she gave it to me. She put it in my arm. My head, like, it started spinning. I felt like I was dying.
Like you were out of it.
I just like slowly, I couldn't do anything. Like my body just like, it just sat there on me.
Yeah, like you was just
I froze.
And when you would have contractions, you would, her head would be going like this and shit.
So I thought I was sitting still, but the whole time he said I was rocking my head back and forth. But my head was spinning. It was spinning like so much.
Yeah, you probably didn't realize I just got dizzy doing that
shit. Yeah, and then I got up, and then they let me like get up against the bed, but like on my knees against like the back. So I sat like that, and that was actually helping me. But after a while, I started to lose my breath. Like I couldn't breathe through it at all. So I kept moving around, and that's when, like, when I got the, like right after I got the medicine, and as soon as it like wore off, that's when I kept feeling everything. So once the medicine wore off, the high part was really what bothered me. I really hated the high part, but it did take pain away.
It did?
It did, yeah, it did.
I was about to say, it didn't look like it was working. That's what me and Lil was talking about. Like, it didn't look like it was doing shit. Because
it was just making me, like, really high, and, like, my head was spinning. Like, it felt like, it was just, I couldn't stand it.
But, after they gave you the medicine, you were pleading for the fucking epidural. She was in there grabbing me and shit, like grabbing me by my shirt, like pulling me around and shit. But I was letting her do her thing because whatever was working, shit, I was with it, whatever. She was in there grabbing my shirt and shit, just pulling me around, like just pleading for the epidural to the nurses and everything. Like I'm talking about every single time a nurse came in there, it was, where the epidural at? I
thought it was just that one nurse that kept coming in that I kept asking.
Because they was setting up the delivery station. So they brought in another nurse. when that nurse came in, he was like, oh my god, that's the epidural. And then he was like, no, that's the delivery nurse. He was like, oh my god, what epidural? What epidural? He was sick.
Okay.
And then when the epidural got there, they told us we had to leave.
I remember like my sister took my wig off. You remember that?
Yeah, she did.
Like what was I doing?
What you mean?
Like, how was it coming off?
Oh, the nurses gave her alcohol pad, so they took it off.
No, like how did it come off?
What you mean?
How did it start coming off? Was it because I was moving around?
your wig wasn't coming off. You just wanted it off because it was hot. You said it was hot, so you wanted to take it off.
No, Leah told me it was coming off.
Your wig was not coming off. I don't know much about wigs. It didn't look like it was coming off. It looked like it was fine. But you said you wanted it off because it was hot. Like you kept on, man, I want to take my wig off. It's hot. You don't remember that? You kept on saying you wanted it off.
I feel like the nurses were laughing once I took that shit off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember Leah wiping it off with an alcohol pad because they gave her alcohol pads and everything. And then you took it off and it was like a weight lifted off your shoulder for real. Like
what did I do?
Man, you just laid back. You went just like that. And they got right back into the contractions. They didn't last long though. You know?
Yeah, it was like a minute of quietness, and all of a sudden my stomach just started tightening up, and then I just grabbed him every time.
Any chance that you get, man.
Because right before every contraction, my stomach just started tightening up, and I was like, yeah, I knew the pain was coming.
Yeah, and couldn't nobody keep you in that bed. You was not having that shit. Like you was moving around, anything that would work, you was doing it. Like you went from the bed to going over the bed to standing up. You got to be one of the few people that like stand up during like you gotta be. Like I'm thinking of that shit. Like is that normal? Like the stand up and shit during labor?
I think so. I don't know.
But yeah, she kept on getting up and shit, and then you got the epidural. They told us we had to get out the room because if something were to happen, there would be no witnesses. So we had to get out the room. Me, Leah, and our mama. We had to leave, and then it was just her. So I have no idea what happened in the room after that.
I was waiting for it. He came in, and then the nurse, she grabbed me because I kept contracting, and they were like, "You gotta stay still." And I don't know, it just scared me so much because like how do you stay still? Like so I grabbed her. I said I'm so sorry, and then a contraction hit me, and I just started jacking her up.
Yanking.
Yeah, a contraction.
But hey, look, we got back into that room. It was so fucking quiet in that motherfucker. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it stung though. That epidural stung when it went in my back.
Right, because before she was in there screaming and hollering.
But I was like, I knew the relief was coming. So
but they say like usually when they offer you the epidural, you get it immediately. She lasted till 16 minutes. I think you lasted longer than that. I think you lasted till about 7, because they said right before they used like 7 centimeters before we left the room. So really, I think you lasted 7 centimeters without the epidural. And in my book, I find that as a win. Like that's a W, to be honest with you. Because most women get the epudural when it's offered.
You push it 10 centimeters.
Yeah, you push it 10. So and then.
But they had me waiting so long for that epidural. Actually,
I'm gonna keep it a stack. No, I don't think it was that long. It just felt like it really wasn't. You was waiting for maybe like 15 minutes. You were waiting for the amount of time that we was out of the room.
Oh yeah, I remember telling you to shut up because you told me to breathe. And
then you was like. Yeah.
I told you I was breathing, and then I remember telling you to shut up, and then I told my mama that I was tired, and I told you I was tired. I think that was like after I had realized that I was being mean.
You were tired.
So like in between the contractions, I told you that I'm so tired.
Oh yeah. I do.
And then cause I was being nice once the contractions like went down for like a few seconds.
Mm.
And I just don't remember. I don't remember arguing.
Nah, it wasn't. You weren't like you talking about with your mama.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an argument, but your mama was. I think your mama was saying like, telling you to breathe or whatever. But you was like, you don't see me trying to breathe. You don't see me breathing. And then something you told your mama to shut. Yeah, you told your mama to shut up. I think you told your mama to shut up. I'm pretty sure you did. But and your mom was like, nah, I can't wait for this shit to be over. So
And the nurse, I forgot what she said. She came in, and I actually remember telling her I told her okay, but I didn't think I said mean.
Nah, it was because of the epidural.
She said something.
It's because she was.
And I think that's when she kept saying what the dude was doing.
Yeah, and you was like.
Okay. Okay. And then
you was sick though. I mean, bro, you was sick as fucking that motherfucker. And then when we came back after they gave her the epidural, me and Leah took a nap. I was tired. I was tired as fuck. Like all that. Like I know you was going through it, but like I was and that motherfucker stressing. I think all that shit like made me hella tired. And then we slept.
And then after a while, they told me to they'll come back in and keep on checking how dilated I am. And they eventually I got to 10 centimeters, and they were like, that was fast. And then they told me to push. But the whole time, I felt all the pressure of her coming down, and it was like the pressure was pain also. And they were like, the epidural doesn't get rid of that, it only gets rid of contractions. So was I still whining?
Nah.
When she was coming out?
Oh, well,
like when she was like, after I got the epidural, I think I was still whining. Because I felt her coming out, and then the pressure, it actually was a little bit painful.
Shit, I believe it. Nah, I wouldn't say you were whining. I think you, the next time you cried is when she came out. When she came out.
So like, I remember the nurse saying, let's have a baby, I think.
Yeah, and then the real doctors started coming in, and that's
then
when
some other doctors
we was in good hands after that.
Yeah, I felt much better when they were in there because that lady, she was okay, but the IV that they kept putting in my arm, this nurse kept putting in my arm, she stuck me like 5 times
Hey,
with the IV.
If for some reason you end up seeing this, look, it's all good now. But when we was in that motherfucking man, I was ready to.
Okay. She kept putting the IV in, and she couldn't get to the vein, so she was moving it around in my arm, trying to stick at a vein, and it was hurting so bad.
While she was doing it, she was doing this. He was like, so how was y'all supposed to do that? Y'all cook anything good? I'm looking at Leah. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Why are you trying to have a conversation while you doing this shit? But. You know, that was the only part where I was just like, fuck, bro, what the fuck? They gotta put somebody else in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I remember like during like those contractions and stuff, like screaming, and then I didn't realize that it was messing with her heart rate.
Yeah, it was slowing her heart rate down because she wasn't breathing when she was screaming. So
yeah.
But you know, then we got to the point where it was time to push, and like you were pushing for like, bro, I really, to be honest, I don't even think you were pushing for like 10 minutes. There's no way you were pushing for 10 minutes. You had to be pushing for like.
Oh, I was ready to get her out. I was pushing hard.
Hard as fuck. Yeah, I'm talking about you was red in the face and shit. You was red as fuck in the face. Eyes was red. Like, yeah, you was pushing hard. I thought you was, I don't know.
You thought what?
I thought you was gonna pop a blood vessel or some shit. You was pushing something. Well, I can see all the veins in your face.
It was a bunch of pressure. She just had to come out.
Yeah.
I had to get her out. Like,
did that thing though,
Eventually she came out, like I didn't have to push her shoulders out, and then she just like came out.
And then after that, it was smooth sailing. After that, that was it. Like the labor and delivery, that was the hardest part. And that was easy. And then our baby girl came into the world. She's beautiful. I don't know. Yeah, I've been checking on her. She's good. But
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the labor and delivery.
Hey, and also to all my young kings and queens, man, if you want to have a kid, man, have a kid. Have a kid.
You don't tell people that.
No, I'm talking about if you of age, have a kid, and if you're financially stable,
Some people don't want kids.
Yeah, I believe it. Honestly,
Yeah,
before
some people just
I ain't
don't
want
want
kids before that
kids.
shit.
I really
But-
want a kid person, but
I wasn't either.
I definitely became a kid person once I met him.
No.
He just gives off this good dad vibe.
You know?
And
But be safe.
thank y'all for watching. If y'all made it this far, make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment. Y'all can share this video.
Next
And we'll see y'all next
new
video.
videos coming out. I'm about to get back in the gym, do my little thing.
I'm
Might
getting
post a
back
little-
in the gym
Yeah,
too.
might post a little few videos to get back in the boxing gym. Show her what I do in there. So, hopefully we get some videos of that. So be on the lookout. But we got a new person on the team now. We got a new member, Kamiley. So just look out for the videos. And
This is our family channel.
yeah.
All right, bye y'all.
All right.